orphanage campus. As you can see, this is what we call the KRIS campus, located in Gansalayan, Mercia. Kapag mo, Mararata orphanage. So, this is the first Seventh-day Adventist orphanage, I think, in the Philippines, if I'm right. So, isn't that amazing? Yeah, so before I start, I'm going to call our kids. Mga kabataan natin sa, I'm Bisaya, by the way, but I'm trying to speak Hiligaynon as much as I can, but I'm gonna go and switch between Bisaya and Hiligaynon. Alright, so kids, come on in. Are you guys ready? Yeah, so we have 21 kids right now under our care. Sila ages range from maybe 6 all the way to 18. built, a total of 4 now. And so our number of kids will double within the next week or so. So, if you look at them, they're beautiful kids, correct? But do you know that some of them are from different backgrounds? Some were street children. Some were in the crisis center and moved into our campus. And some of them are legitimately orphans. So it always, my name is Nene Dufala, and I'm originally from Masbate, and I went to college in Cebu, but now I reside in California. And how we got into this ministry is totally providential. My daughter is adopted. We only have one daughter, okay? When she was 6, almost 7, we took her back to her orphanage in Davao. And we brought cake and ice cream. We came home and she said, Mommy, I feel bad with orphans because they don't have mommies and daddies. And so that's how this work started. So God called an orphan to become our daughter. That's another totally testimony how that came about. But she became our daughter because God wanted us in this ministry. How we ended up in Negros, again, that's another testimony. Because I haven't set foot in Negros until God called us here. Okay? So, we are living the instruction of God, right? Of what pure religion is. James 1:27. So what is pure religion? Is to care for the orphans and the widows. And so I don't understand why, as a Seventh-day Adventist church, a very caring church, that we only have one in the Philippines and very few around the world. And I just hope that we can change that. And so that is part of our mission, is to get everybody involved. As they said, it takes a village. So it takes a conference, it takes a mission, it takes a country to care for orphans and widows. So this is our day. This is the KRIS campus. Our slogan is, where kids thrive in mind, body, and spirit. Because that is really the final purpose, is to bring these kids to the kingdom. And I'm happy to tell you that most of the older ones have been baptized. They have decided to follow Jesus. All right, this is a drone picture from what we have. We now have 4 homes. This was when we completed the 3rd home. So there are 5 buildings now, including the administration building. This is how it is now. We have 4 homes. We have Home Linasa, Home Genesis, Homeland Heart, that's a legacy home, and then we have Home Hosanna. These are the other places in the campus. We have play area, we have playgrounds. And these are some of pictures of the kids, like their everyday life, okay? Of course, they go to school. Our high schoolers attend CPAC Academy, okay? Because it's important, the Christian education. And we now have one who's in nursing school, because that is our mission, is really for these kids to become contributing members of society, and they will be self-sustaining. So, nag-equip din kita sa ila para to break the cycle, right? Kaya kung dili natin sila ipa-college or education is one of the tools. So, have given them a training them Khan Academy. It's a free tool that you can use. Even all your kids, you can do Khan Academy. So after school, they can also do supplement their learning. So these are the kids, some of them with my daughter when she was here 2 years ago. She's actually coming back next year. These are some of our kids. They're very talented. We actually have what we call a kids choir. And feel free to invite them to your churches. They love to sing. All right, so we really do need your help, okay? We have a 2 million plus annual operating budget because we provide for food every single day, 3 meals a day, okay? Education, electricity, water, and all of that. So you have right now 25 people in the campus, and that will rise because we are bringing up 2 more homes. So hopefully in a year or 2, we will be about 40 kids plus house parents. So you'll say, okay, 2 million, that's too much. But each of us, like Dr. Michalova mentioned, that Mother Teresa said, if you can help 100 people, just help 1. Okay, I really carry that in my heart. So if you can donate 2 million, if you can donate 500,000, if you can donate 10,000, just donate 1 bag of rice. Okay, so if everybody, all the families would donate 1 bag of rice, then we're set. We only have to worry about the other expenses. Okay? The conference also has an orphanage support fund. So your churches, maybe the women's ministries, can adopt the orphanage ministry. We don't need major, if you can, there are some deep-pocketed people there, of course. We would be glad to accept the donations. But if we have every women's ministry, okay, I heard there are 14 districts, there's probably 10 to 12 churches in a district. Just every month, just donate 1 bag of rice. And so can you imagine how many that would be? Or maybe 1 bag of groceries, or vegetables, or whatever. Okay, so if we all do that, then we will get the majority of our expenses, and we only worry about the others. All right, so then the other thing that we need help on is we need house parent missionaries. As you can see, every home that we have is set up as a family care model. So we actually have parents, and they can have biological children, 1 or 2, that can care and nurture the children. So there's a compensation benefits, there's a stipend, on-campus housing, and then a food allowance, and education support, and then some of the other benefits. So if you know some people who would like to serve or have the heart of children, please let us know. Okay? So I just want to ask you to answer God's call and help us raise children for God's kingdom. Thank you so much. And these are just some pictures of the children. So again, we are guided by James 1:27. So please help us in a big way or little ways. We would appreciate each and every help. Okay?